Chapter 1, Homemade Pet Food. Why it is so beneficial. It is a well-known fact that homemade food is always a healthier option for pets when compared to the market-packed food. The increasing hazards to the health of the pets have made pet owners stick to containment of commercial pet food. The basic fundamentals of health for human beings are applicable for pets also. Natural homemade food has always been the best option for both human beings and pets as well. There are many benefits of feeding your pet with homemade food. The most obvious of them is the usage of natural ingredients that assures nutrition and safety, which also becomes an enjoyable experience for the pet owners to cook for their pet. From the last few years, many people have become much aware of the harm that's associated with the unhealthy commercially made food for pets. Giving your pet homemade food will make sure that your pet is not eating some crap from the stocks available in the market. Rather, you will be satisfied enough because you would be aware of what went inside the food and be assured of its wholesomeness. After safety, nutrition is another important factor because with the commercial packed food, it is hard to determine the difference between fact and fiction. Who can, or rather who has the time to uncover claims that are related to the market foods? However, when you cook food by yourself, you have full control over all the nutrition that should go inside your pet's diet. This would certainly keep you away from worrying about the unnecessarily declining health of your pet that happens because of unhealthy packed foods. Another aspect of homemade pet food is its cost-effectiveness. Many pet owners have realized that a major part of their earnings goes for purchasing commercial pet food items. Its expensiveness is evident from its growing industry, as generally people are unknown of the hazards that are associated with commercial food. Like human beings, pets also like variety in food. Making food for them at homes can easily render them a wide range and bring a change in their menu. Eating the same sort of food products can make them hate the food. A better option is to feed them with homemade food options. Many people, especially the ones who love to cook, find preparing meals for their pets quite an enjoyable task. Indeed, it is a much healthier and a right solution if you actually want your pet to stay fit and happy. Chapter 2, Making Pet Food for First Time. What precautions to take. Over the years, many people have been noticed speaking to professionals with questions regarding the pet's food. How to cook food for my pet? The answer is of course very simple, but there are many precautions that one needs to take while starting to cook food for your pet for the first time. These days, most of the people are heading towards feeding the pets with homemade food only, perhaps because of the increasing costs of the commercial pet food. Some people don't consider the market food nutritious enough for their pet. Well, to start off is very simple. However, it is a general assumption of many people that cooking for pet is a very laborious task, but in reality it is not the case. All you need to have is a recipe of the food and start off with it. One doesn't need to join any cookery classes for making food for pets. It's as simple as someone cooking for the whole family. Now add your pet's meal also to your regular cooking routine. It doesn't take much time to understand preparing quality food for your pet, which should contain the necessary food groups, which is very easy to obtain. While purchasing food items of your family, you can also shop for your pet's food, thus saving your time and adding to the fun of purchasing stuff for your pet. One advice for the first-time pet food cookers would be to stay on the simpler side while cooking. Since it's your first time, so don't try to indulge in creativity with the food. Just stick to preparing healthy food, which is easy to make. If you have been asking yourself, how I cook for my pet, it simply means that you are not satisfied with your pet's current diet and want to add to its health. Another reason is the expense that is associated with the commercial pet food products, which is making you cook homemade food for your pet. Well, whatever be your reason to go for this option, you are surely going to provide a healthy life to your pet by cooking nutritious pet food at home. However, you should always keep in consideration the needs of your pet. Your effort to cook for your pet for the first time would automatically be rewarded when you will feel the satisfaction it gives. Chapter 3, Natural Pet Food Making Techniques. In the recent past, many reasons have made the pet owners worry about their pet's health. One of them is the commercial dog food that has made pets lose on their quality of life. Reasons are simple: giving priority to profit than quality, presences of preservatives and hazardous chemicals, usage of low-grade ingredients and so on. These are all those factors weighing heavily over every pet owner's mind. However, to get rid of this worry and ensure good health of your furry companion, there is an option of switching over to natural food which will be good in quality and also save you from the huge expenses of market food. There are many techniques of making natural pet food at home. To start with, one can find innumerable recipes on internet for providing your dog wholesome nutritious dog food. However, while choosing a particular recipe for your dog, it's important to pay special attention to the requirement of your pet. Some ingredients, amounts and processes may not be appropriate for your pet. Also, different breeds have different requirements. Just like individuals, pets can also suffer from allergies from certain food products. Any random diet picked by you for your pet can have adverse effects on its health. Basic fundamentals say that your pet's age, size and lifestyle play a vital role in determining the choice of ingredients for preparing its food along with the portion size also. It is recommended that you consult a veterinarian to have ample knowledge and understanding about your pet's dietary requirement. After doctor's approval only, one should move towards making recipes at home and bringing changes to your pet's diet. What has to be added and what must not be given to your pet should be your decision based on your assumption. All in all, it's very significant that if you prepare your pet's food by using natural food products, you must seek out for balancing proportions as well. This includes a balanced amount of fats, carbohydrates, proteins, minerals and vitamins. Calcium, which is extremely important for any pet, can be sprinkled on your pet's food in the form of eggshell powder. Since pets are carnivores, so they require at least 40% protein in their diet, which can be easily obtained from lamb, beef and chicken. Check out at your local market if the butcher has a separate pet section and purchase good quality meat which contains no antibiotics, chemicals and hormones. The rest of the 60% of food can be whole wheat, bulgur, rolled oats, quinoa, couscous, barley, brown rice, lima beans, peas, millet, yams, broccoli, corns, and carrots and so on. So, get started with feeding your pet the natural way now. Chapter 4: Homemade Pet Food for Dogs. It is a fact that feeding your dog with commercially prepared food is not the right way. Dogs have suffered from many health problems leading them to die early, and that too after suffering a lot. Most of the dog owners must be aware of the fact that dogs have always been kept on a raw meat diet for ages. It is only today's fast-paced lifestyle and the emergence of commercialization of the food industry for pets that has made ready-to-eat items coming in their way. This has literally hampered the life patterns of dogs. According to a research by experts, dogs are said to be associated with the wolf's family, which are complete carnivores. Having a small digestive system facilitates absorption of raw meat, increases the importance of feeding your dog with raw food diet. Preferably, homemade dog food must contain 1/3 of vegetables and 2/3 of meat. It is very important that the homemade food cooked by you for your dog contains appropriate amount of proteins, fats, carbohydrates, minerals, vitamins and water. You can also feed them with homemade chicken or turkey recipes for dogs. Since the internal organs of these animals are mostly preferred, so make sure to include kidneys, heart, tripe and liver in their diet. In vegetables, spinach, celery, broccoli, carrot and cayenne pepper have proved to be quite safe for preparing meals for dogs. There are a number of fruit options that can be included by you for feeding your dog homemade food, which include pear, grapefruit, apple and orange. Other than these, flaxseed, alfalfa, garlic, whole eggs, cod liver oil and kelp can be included in its diet as well. When you plan to prepare homemade food for your pet, it is because you want your dog to get a wholesome nutritious diet which is safer than the market food. The idea is to keep it simple and not get overly experimental and innovate with any food product. Heed on your pet's reaction to the meals prepared by you, and always remember to feed them with variety. Dogs too have preferences, and this aspect would be ignored. They may not just eat at all. If you want that your dog's health is properly maintained, then keeping all these factors in mind while preparing its food is extremely crucial. Homemade pet food is an ideal way to keep a control on your dog's health, at the same time giving it a longer life to live. Chapter 5, Homemade Pet Food for Cat. Today's busy generation is always seeking for shortcuts. Thus, the idea of preparing homemade food for their cat can be impenetrable for them. Also, it may seem a little outdated as well. Obviously, it is a much easier option to get cats food from the store out there and fill up the empty cans with dried food. It is a fact and nobody can deny it. However, this fact has a bitter truth behind it which comes with its health-bounding problems to your cat. Probably, half a century ago, commercial pet food for cats was considered useless. Many diseases like diabetes, kidney weakness and heart diseases have lowered their lifespan and put adverse effects on their quality of life. Lethargy and obesity are the common problems in cats these days. Although, if fed with natural food, a noticeable change in their energy levels with bright shiny coat and eyes, less and smaller odorous stools along with a well-balanced temper has also been observed. When you shift your cat's diet from commercial one to the homemade diet, you will be amazed to see the differences within a few weeks only. The reason is simple that a cat's body processes are designed for digesting nutrients from fresh and natural foods. Homemade food is better than the commercially cooked and frozen mass of diseases and dead animals, additives, preservatives and other acidic materials. Cats need more proteins than dogs. Modern cat foods which are high in carbohydrates may cause your cat to suffer from digestive problems. So, feeding them healthy homemade food is necessary. However, before heading to the kitchen for preparing a meal for your cat, it is important to have knowledge of some of the foods that need to be avoided. Some of these include mushrooms, alcoholic beverages, onions, garlic, baby food, fat trimmings, caffeine, persimmons, raisins, grapes, starchy food, macadamia nuts, excessive liver, raw fish, yeast dough and raw eggs. Besides this, you must serve food to your cat at room temperature only and not the hot food directly from the stove or for that sake, not even cold food from the refrigerator. Remove bones from poultry, fish and other meats because they may cause obstruction in the digestive system. When you prepare homemade food for your cat, don't add salt to it as veggies and meats usually contain enough amount of it meant for a pet. Table scraps shouldn't be incorporated for more than 10% in its diet. This way, you can take care of your cat's health and keep it away from health problems.